There we go. Beautiful. Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Subscribe if you're new here, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Today we're talking about books, and specifically we're talking about series that I am very excited to finish. So, as most of my videos, I'm going to talk about the ones that are on Libby and Kindle first, and then we'll get into the physical copies of books that I have. So, first up, we're going to talk about 100 Halls. So 100 Halls is about two sisters. They go to this university type thing to learn magic. And while in there, they're solving mysteries. They're trying to kind of like outsmart some of their teachers. And it's a pretty cool concept. So, yeah. The next up is the Born of Light series. And this one is like vampire-esque, kind of, sort of, not really. It's about a girl who has magical powers, and she has been on the run because vampires, I guess, can suck in those powers and it makes them more powerful. So her kind are being hunted. Next up is Ready Player One. I just finished Ready Player One earlier this week, and it was phenomenal, and I really want to know what Ready Player 2 is like. I've heard mixed reviews, so I don't know. I want to read it and get it over with just to say that I did, because Ready Player 1 was amazing, and even if Ready Player 2 isn't the best, the writing I know that I'll like, so there's that. Next up is Unbounded. And this one is about the immortal beings. Well, kind of. They can live up to like 2,000 years. And it ended off with a really good cliffhanger in the last book. And I want to know what happens next. So hopefully it is as good as the first book. But yeah, the next one is a dark romance. And once again, I am not a romance person. I am very much like thriller and fantasy, sci-fi, that kind of thing. Lots of paranormal stuff. I love paranormal books, but The Deal, which is particularly dark romance, and basically we're following this couple who is a very unlikely couple, and the girl in the first book has just revealed like this massive secret that the man has been covering up for his dad. And, yeah, I'm excited because their relationship was just starting to get good, and then this happened, and so I'm interested to see how that secret being revealed will kind of affect the books moving forward. It is a trilogy, so hopefully this next upcoming book is pretty good. I just find with trilogies sometimes the middle book can kind of be lacking a little bit, and sometimes it can just be entirely cut out, so we'll see about that. The last book that I do not have a physical copy of is Dragon Blood. So this book has 5 more books for me to like, this series has 5 more books for me to read. And I am so excited. When I am off of my book buying, I swear to God, I will be rushing to the Kindle store and buying all of them. They are not available on Libby, unfortunately, but so good. You are following a military man and his lieutenant and her. So his lieutenant is dating this ex-pirate who is ex-military for the enemy, and the main character, Ridge, has a girlfriend who's like this immortal wizard lady who's like super badass and empowering, and in the last book that I just read, they uncovered like this huge secret, and I accidentally, like in looking to see if I could find any of the other books for like a cheaper price than like the $5 that they're for, I accidentally spoiled it to me, and like I know in the next book that we find the dragon finally, and I'm just very excited. I don't see how this can get, like, I don't see how it can go bad. If we continue on the trajectory that we're on, the series might become one of my favorites, and I'm very excited about it. Next up is 50 Shades. Particularly right here we have the very, very last one. This one is Freed, which is 50 Shades Freed from Christian's perspective. Look at this floppy, beautiful book. But yes, so I read the first three, which is from Anna's perspective in high school. And I think I read Darker, but I don't think I've read Gray. So I have Gray on hold on Libby, so I'll be reading that, and then Darker, and then Freed. And I'm just kind of excited to put this to rest. Like, Christian is a great person, kind of, but this is 700 some odd pages, so I'm hoping that this will just be like a quick read. So yes. And then the final series that I am excited to finish is a trilogy, and it's The Testing. I have only read this first book, and if you like Hunger Games and Divergent, this one is just kind of like the perfect marriage between it. And this was a gift. It was a gift from my dear friend Sam, and then I tracked down the other two books years later and I found them. And it's been a few years since I've read this, honestly. I think it's been since, I think I read it in 2016. So hopefully this year I'll do a reading vlog of these three. And yeah, that is all of the books that I'm excited, like the book series that I'm excited to finish. 2 physical copies. And yeah, obviously, like, things are subject to change. If I get to like book 5 of Dragon Blood and it's just kind of going downhill, I'll just quit it. I have no problems. Like, once, like with the Anchored series, like it just kind of put a nice bow on top. So I didn't really feel the need to continue with that series. So there are 2 series that I will not be continuing, and that is Anchored. I've just decided that, you know, I got what I needed out of it, and I didn't like the preview to the next book. So I've just decided that I'm done with it. I don't need any more out of it. And the next one is Daughters of Poseidon. I read the first one, which honestly, like, it was just awful. It was like 150 pages. I read it in one sitting, and it's just kind of all over the place. And it didn't really have a plot, and the characters weren't really that good. It didn't have a lot going for it. So those are the 2 series that currently I will not be finishing. And yes, that is the video for today. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below some books that you are excited to continue reading, and maybe some series that you won't be finishing. And as per usual, I will link all the books down in the description box below. And with that, I will talk to you next time. Bye.